And a happy Monday, television family. We're back at it for another week. Wake up Wenatchee Valley, cold. It is snowing lightly at Pangbourne Memorial Airport on this 11th day of April, all of this week, and a good portion of next week. They tell us now it's going to feel more like February than April. This is just wacky weather. Very, very chilly temperatures, both daytime high and overnight lows, and a lingering chance of light snow for the Wenatchee Valley in the wee small hours all this week. I kid you not. This cold upper level system is just going to stick around, not going anywhere. Details are coming up. Passes are just a mess right now. Blue Pass has a chain requirement. Stevens, it's blowing and snowing up there big time. They're going to be dealing with that for most of this week. It's crazy stuff. On the lighter note, though, the Wenatchee Wild have forced a Game 7 against the Salmon Arm Silverbacks. They're tied at 3 games apiece. The home team has won every game. The Wenatchee Wild will see if they can break that tonight. Up in Canada, they forced a Game 7. Game 7 is tonight. We'll talk about that when we get to sports, plus highlights of the weekend that was. In sports, we'll have news to get to you. A couple of quick traffic things I want to pass along. We've been talking about the slope stabilization project that's going to be going on about 4 miles south of Antioch. That begins today. They'll be doing prep work all this week. So you're going to have flagger-controlled traffic with delays on 97 just south of Antioch, and that's going to go on for all this week. And the next week is when they'll be shutting down the highway for extended period of time to do the actual slope stabilization work. And on the BB Bridge, just on the Douglas County side of the BB Bridge all this week, there'll be flagger-controlled traffic there. On 97, they're going to be they're installing a bridge containment system. I don't know what that is, but you're going to find delays on 97 as well. So both sides of the Columbia heading up to Chelan is going to be, you're going to have to pack a little patience this week. Let's get going at 2 minutes after the hour. What do we have out there? Let's see. Well, we have that. Let's see. Saturday's high was 50. Yesterday's high was 48. We're going to see high temperatures in the lower 40s by the end of this week, and our normal high is about 60. Very cold, very wet weather all this week and into next week, they tell us. Sunrise this morning, 6:20, sunset, 7:45 tonight. 13 hours and 25 minutes of daylight. I use the term daylight loosely. We ain't going to see a lot of sunshine today. Again, that cold and wet forecast is on the way as we say good morning to the valley proper. Camera 2, we're not going to have a lot of cameras to choose from, I think, today because of the clouds and the fog and the rain. Cougar Ridge checks in. Good morning, Cougar Ridge, as we see the Otobashan Bridge to the right. And yes, those are snowflakes that you see floating across the camera lens. I kid you not, snowflakes. We had a little dusting of light snow overnight, Saturday night into Sunday here in the valley. And the snow level is going to be down at the valley floor a great portion of the week. Camera number 3. Oh, it's off to the Arundel Rock camera as things are looking a little blustery up there. Yeah, it's also going to be a little windy too. If you don't like the rain and the wind, well, we'll throw in a little more rain and a little more wind for you. Arundel Rock checks in with Arundel in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. And camera 4. Look at the snow coming down up at Lake Chelan. Is that the Manson Water Tower? That's the Manson Water Tower. It's snowing in Manson. And it's the 11th day of April. Let me look real quick. In Manson, light snow, 34 degrees. This is crazy stuff. I kid you not. So let's talk about spring snow. It's back, and it's going to be a lingering chance all this week. Heaviest snow, as you can see, is going to be down south in the White Pass area. But Stevens and Snoqualmie is going to get some snow. You head into the southeast quadrant of the state, down in the Walla Walla area. They're going to get measurable snow out in the Palouse, Pullman. They're going to get snow. We're going to have just a little bit of light snow today, overnight into tomorrow. But I cannot believe we have to talk about snow. Now, it's not unheard of, but this long, cold streak is going to give us a lingering chance of snow in the Wenatchee Valley pretty much all week long, and cold. Very chilly for this time of the year. Overnight lows will be below freezing in many locations, well below freezing. Now, again, our normal afternoon high is 60, and our normal overnight low is 40. We're going to have overnight lows in the 20s a great deal of this week. So if you've already fired up your irrigation system because they're filling up the ditch, your irrigation lines could freeze if they're above the freezing demarcation line. Crazy stuff. From the National Weather Service, buckle your seatbelts. Here we go. We're going to get lucky to get to 46. We hit 48 yesterday. Again, a normal high is 60. So clouds, rain, light snow in the upper elevations, and even a couple of wind gusts as well at 17 miles an hour. 29 for the overnight low tonight. Will be below freezing all this week. And as I mentioned before, this very influential and strong cold upper level system is going to last all the way through the middle of next week. This is going to be 10 days of this stuff, folks. Cloudy, rainy, 43 on Tuesday. Overnight low 27 on Tuesday night. Each of these overnight lows comes with a lingering chance of light snow in the Wenatchee Valley with significant snow accumulations up in the Cascades. As you can see, look at those highs. Only these highs are going to be closer to our normal overnight lows. And our overnight lows are going to be below freezing. We're in for a long stretch of pretty chilly weather with hit and miss clouds and sun kind of tugging back and forth. Unsettled and cold is your forecast right through Easter Sunday. Normally we don't do the past reports this time of the year, but I want to let you know real quick. It is snowing and blowing on Stevens. Traction tires are advised. It's snowing and blowing on Blewett. It is a chain requirement on Blewett Pass. We also understand they've had a couple of semis having a hard time staying on the roadway on Blewett Pass. Right now, I-90 is fine. It's getting to it is going to be the problem because Blewett has a chain requirement. Stevens Pass has traction tires required, and it is supposed to snow 2, 3, 4 inches in the mountain passes today and tonight. Winter driving conditions. Sorry, folks, don't shoot the messenger. 7 minutes after the hour, a 1 minute break, and then your Monday morning headlines. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Don't just open your pool this summer. Open it with a new instant frog system from Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa. With Frog, you'll enjoy fresh mineral water in your pool that's cleaner, clearer, and softer than standard water treatments. Ask for Instant Frog for in-ground pools up to 25,000 gallons. Make your pool opening appointment with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa today. Call or schedule online. Find ageless beauty at Chelan Valley Skincare. Cindy offers the most up-to-date treatments for personalized skincare. If sagging skin or acne scars are some skin challenges for you, Chelan Valley Skincare offers non-invasive, non-surgical skincare. With up-to-date technology for shorter treatment plans, you'll benefit from Cindy's expertise to help you accomplish your skincare goals. Please stop by their website for details on all their services. Call Cindy today for your free consultation.
It is raining lightly here on the valley floor. It is 34 degrees at Payne-Bohr Memorial Airport as we speak. It is snowing lightly and 34 degrees, well below normal temperatures. Cold, unsettled weather all this week and into next week. And in 9 minutes after the hour, we begin with this story. Moses Lake police are searching for 4 men suspected in an armed robbery of a convenience store. This happened on Wednesday night. The 4 were reportedly seen leaving the store in the 3000 block of West Broadway Avenue in an older, dark-colored vehicle, may have been a Subaru Outback. Now, in the photos that you see here, 2 of the suspects can be seen entering the store, then leaving carrying cases of beer. Anybody with information on the 4 who are described as Hispanic males in their late teens or early 20s asked to contact the Moses Police Department at 509-764-3887. Beginning today, they're going to be starting that slope stabilization project on Highway 97A about 4 miles south of Aniad. It is prep work this week, and then they get busy with the actual slope stabilization next week. So this week, 20-minute delays as they begin that project. And then next week, beginning April 19th, next Monday, the state expects the full closure of the highway, US 97A, from 8:15 in the morning to 5 o'clock. They'll have 15-minute openings to let traffic through at the top of each hour. That closure is scheduled to last through April 27th. Of course, the state began a similar rock slope work on March 7th on a section of South Lakeshore Road that you see there along Lake Chelan. That project is still ongoing. Additional improvements are coming to the Swakane Canyon shooting range in the Swakane unit of the Chelan Wildlife Area. Last year, 100 and 200-yard rifle ranges, a parking area, and a kiosk were installed in an area where shooting had previously been allowed, but there were no formal shooting facilities. Well, this work was funded by the Washington State Recreation and Conservation Office, Wildlife Recreation Program, the National Rifle Association, and the Wenatchee Sportsmen's Association. Coming this summer, additional facilities will be added. They're going to put in a 75-foot pistol range with a concrete pad, an overhead cover, shooting benches and tables, and overhead covers will be added to the existing 100 and 200-yard rifle ranges. Serve Wenatchee Valley is asking people to help light up the bridge on the first Friday of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival, the pedestrian pipeline bridge between Wenatchee and East Wenatchee. They're going to do it on the 29th of this month. That's the first Friday night of the Apple Blossom Festival. The community event is being called Together in Hope, and participants will be part of a coordinated lighting using their own flashlights or headlamps or spotlights or the light on your phone. The effort is to symbolize a connected community. It's being organized by Serve Wenatchee Valley, the Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce, the Apple Blossom Festival, the Wenatchee Downtown Association, and the Chelan County PUD. You pre-register on the servewenatchee.org website, and then you're asked to check in between 6 and 8 p.m. on the Wenatchee side at the Pybus Public Market and at Gateway Park on the East Wenatchee side at 8:45 in the evening of the 29th. Participants will join the Apple Blossom Royalty on the bridge for the lighting. And the Chelan Douglas Community Action Council has seen a surge in its demand in their services since, of course, the COVID-19 pandemic began. Those services include food for those in need and housing assistance. The executive director is Alan Walker, and he talked to me last week about how the council itself had to grow to meet those needs and their big major fundraiser coming up this month.
So, we've gone from 2 full-time people in the food warehouse to 6 or 7, and really where it needs to be. You start moving 50 to 60,000 pounds of food a week, and you need more bodies than 2. It just takes that. So we hope that, for the benefit of our employees and our staff, we hope to keep and maintain this employment level. The rental assistance could continue on for quite some time. There's some new legislation at the state level that looks like it's going to be providing some additional support. So we don't see it necessarily decreasing for the most part. We receive shipments every week out of Seattle area, Redmond, and also out of Spokane. A lot of that is government commodities, food that is being purchased from farmers across the country. And then we also do a grocery rescue every day throughout Chelan, or throughout Wenatchee and East Wenatchee grocery stores, and gathering up primarily produce and baked goods that they need to get out the door a little quicker than what it's going off the shelves in the store. So we gather those items on a daily basis and then turn around and distribute those the following day. We support 22 different food pantries, meal sites, senior housing facilities throughout Chelan and Douglas County. So, all the way up to Mansfield and Chelan and all points in between.
Which leads us to Empty Bowls, which is back. This is the 10th annual Empty Bowls, so it's been going on for a decade. Big fundraiser for you. The money that you guys, that your funding just doesn't come out of the air. It's got to come from someplace.
April 15th is the first day. We'll be back down at Pybus Market in the afternoon from 4 to 7, roughly, I think is the time. Let me check my
at the local
cheat
tel
sheet.
event
At
center.
the local tel, 3 to 7.
Okay.
3 to 7 at the local tel event center, Friday, April 15th, and then again the following month on Friday, May 13th. And we're excited to be back and bringing people together.
For those who don't know what Empty Bowls is all about, it's a chance for you to not only raise money for Alan's organization, but be creative and have fun. Give us Empty Bowls 101.
Empty Bowls 101. You get a plain slate ceramic bowl. And the paints and the brushes and tools to decorate it any way you want to. We have samples out. People want an idea. We have some true artists that come in. We have one gentleman that's been coming, and he'll purchase 2 or 3 bowls and paint the presidents. He's going through all the presidents of our great country, and he's painting those on the bottom of the bowl, and then of course they get glazed and fired, and he has a collection now that he's painted of the presidents in his home.
And a friendly reminder, my complete conversation with Alan Walker will air in the back half of this morning's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. You're in the loop at 1:15. The news will be back once again at 5, 6, and 10. And with a preview, here's the anchor, Grant Olson.
Good Monday morning, Dan. Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, a pool of chilly, unstable air has parked itself over the Pacific Northwest, bringing unseasonably cool air and a chance for rain, and even possibly a rain-snow mix right through this week. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. And in sports, a very busy Eric Granstrom will recap the weekend's high school sports action, Wenatchee Wild playoffs and the Kraken results, as well as reaction to the Masters Golf Tournament. That and all the day's news stories coming your way tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope to see you then. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. Don't forget, you're not tied into those times, 5, 6, and 10. You can also watch it via our Facebook page or via our homepage. And if you want, we also have our newscasts archived. At the bottom of your screen are any number of ways you can get a hold of us. You can go to our Facebook page and drop us a note on the Messenger app. You can email us directly. You can go to our homepage if you want. There's a Contact Us icon as well. After a quick break, there will be a Game 7 in the first round of the BCHL playoffs between the Silverbacks and the Wild. The Wild forcing Game 7 with a big victory on Saturday night. Highlights coming up. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
I felt so alone, like I had no one to help me.
I felt like I could never control my anger. Why am I so angry?
I was stuck in a cycle of addiction. I felt like I had no way out.
Are you hurting? You are not alone. It's time for God to do what no man can do. Come join us for Redemption Recovery at Sage Hills Church, Thursdays at 6 p.m.
Hi, I'm Katie Joslin and I'm a pediatrician at CVCH. We know that as new parents, you have a lot of decisions to make. At CVCH, we have a team of caring pediatricians and family medicine providers who love to take care of newborns. As you're making that decision of where you'd like to go, we hope that you'll consider coming to CVCH, where any of the providers you choose would care for your baby as if it was one of their own.
We're back at 17 minutes after the hour in sports. The Wenatchee Wild have taken it to the limit. There will be a 7th and final game in their first round BCHL playoff series with the Salmon Arm Silverbacks. They are tied at 3 games apiece. On Friday in Game 5, it was all Silverbacks. Salmon Arm held serve on their home ice. They won 5-1. Anthony Caffarelli was the only Wild player to score in Wenatchee's 31 shots on goal, which meant they had to win Saturday to extend the series, and they did. They beat Salmon Arm 5-1. Arch Ecker with the call on the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network.
Stibby outlets for Murray on the left side. Murray back to Somoza. Somoza in, curl and drag. Back to Murray, he shoots, he scores! Parker Murray on the left wing on a beautiful give and go, and what a nice play. Lambert comes away with it for Tassi. One guy back here is Gasparini. Tassi tries to go wide to the left. Gets a centering feed off, in front shot, score. Lambert got the rebound. It was a nice job on the back check as they forced Tassi wide, but Tassi, as he was going wide of the net, was able to just throw it out in front. Somoza throws it up top to Gasparini. Over to Landon Parker, sharply down low on the right side. In front for Littler, and he scores! Cade Littler, power play goal, Wenatchee. The Wild lead it 2-1. And then Emerson gets a little help from Littler. Littler digs it out sharply over to Parker. He's in, he shoots, save made, rebound, score! Quinn Emerson put home the rebound. It's another power play goal for the Wild, and they now lead it 3-1. Emerson, his centering feed was intended for Littler, got broken up, but Caffarelli has it now. In front shot, score! Caffarelli from the right wing boards, put it right between the hash marks for Quinn Emerson. Emerson snapped home a worm burner right through the legs, and the Wild now lead it 4-1. Sin tries to get it to Sir Dackney, a centering feed picked off by Caffarelli, and he'll lob it ahead for Quinn Emerson. Empty net down at the other end, tripped up is Emerson. That might be a goal awarded right there. That is a goal, a hat trick for Quinn Emerson. If you get tripped on a breakaway with an empty net, it's automatically awarded a goal, and Quinn Emerson with the playoff hat trick, and the Wild now lead it 5-1. And Nash is going to run the thing down. And if you listen closely, folks, You got to listen really closely. But what you'll hear, if you listen very closely, is the sound of the ticket printers up in Salmon Arm going to work. There's going to be a hockey game on Monday night that they did not plan on. But the Wild came into this game tonight absolutely believing and counting on a return trip.
Congratulations to Quinn Emerson on the hat trick. So here we go. Tonight, 6 o'clock at the Shaw Center up there in Salmon Arm. It is the all-decisive Game 7. It's only the second first-round series in this year's playoff to go to 7 games. Chilliwack finally put away Coquitlam in Game 7 of their series yesterday. So far in the series, as you already know, the home ice has been the key. All 6 victories have been won on home, and so they need to change that tonight. You can listen to the game locally on 560 KPQ, or you can watch with a subscription if you're willing to pay for it on Hockey TV. Speaking of hockey, the Seattle Kraken played another 4-1 game, their third one of the week, only this time it was Calgary who got the 4 goals to get the 4-1 victory at Climate Pledge Arena. Carson Kuhlman was the only Kraken to score. The two teams head to Calgary for their final meeting of the season. That's tomorrow at 6 o'clock. You can watch the action on Root Sports Northwest. Mariners are off to a 2-1 start on the series, on the season. There's still another game to be played today in Minnesota. They won 2-1 on Friday, and then they came from behind for a 4-3 win on Saturday, but then they lost big time yesterday, 10-4. Marco Gonzalez got racked. He lasted just a couple of innings. He allowed 6 runs, 6 hits, including 3 home runs, a grand slammer in there. Mitch Hannigan tried to bring Seattle back in the bottom of the second inning. He had a home run.
Well tagged, left field, bye-bye! 3-run homer, Mitch Haniger. And the Mariners have fought their way right back into this one. Mitch's second home run. Picks up 3 more RBIs. He's got 5. Impressive. He is on a roll. A 6-4 ball game here in the third.
The Twins had 6 home runs yesterday. Manager Scott Service after the game said if you leave the pitches up in the strike zone against the Twins, they're going to hit 6 home runs.
Well, certainly, the home run ball got us today, and they're a good team. They got a heck of a lineup, and certainly got all kinds of power. And if you give them, extra outs in an inning, and it hurt us there in the first. Marco wasn't as sharp as he normally is, but I was hoping get a little bit more out of him, but realized he didn't have his A game after they extended him in the first inning. Tried to go to the bullpen. Obviously, we got a couple big hits to get back in the game, but just couldn't hold him down. So, again, it happens throughout the course of the year. Our guys made some mistakes in the middle of the plate today, and they weren't singles. They hit him over the fence, and, kind of the story of the game. No, I just thought he was he really wasn't driving the ball. Today was kind of like the ball was up. He just wasn't having the normal command, and the secondary pitches weren't quite as sharp as well. I say all that, and, we didn't make a play there in the first inning, and then they get the big hit after that, and it happens, and then you got the big spread in the game.
Two teams meet again this afternoon at 4:40. Is it me or have they been in Minneapolis for like a month? Anyway, Chris Flexen will take on Dylan Bundy. That game will be broadcast on Root Sports Northwest. The Wenatchee Panthers hosted the Moses Lake Chiefs. Big 9 soccer in the wind and the rain Friday night at Liebhoff Field at the Apple Bowl. Chiefs gave the Panthers fits through the first half. The second half, all Wenatchee. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wiesen with the call right here on the NCAA Live channel.
Garcia threading the needle, looking to connect with Morales. Morales. Viene. Oh, my goodness. And just like that, the Moses Lake Chiefs have dunked a bucket of ice water on the collective heads of the Wenatchee Panthers here.
Just start creating. And
Wiesen. Good shot. The shot across. Wiesen. And goal.
So we just talked about feeding the players that are getting in emotion.
Exactly. Trying to keep this a 1-1 tie. Right-footed shot. No doubter. And just like that, Moses Lake takes the lead back thanks to a penalty kick by Alexander Landa. Touching back. Oh, a bit of a mistake. Wiesen into the box. Wiesen, right-footed shot. No question about it. We're tied at 2 about anything. But he's absolutely right. The shot. Oh, my goodness. What a shot. That's exactly what the Panthers needed. A quick run. into the box. Oh, what a beautiful move. Go, 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 go. And give that one to Mr. Marcos Bravo, it looks like. 56-45. And Wenatchee starting to run away with this one. In the making, the shot across doesn't quite prosper. Ramos, shot across the header. Go, 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 go! What a shot that time by Marcos Bravo's second personal tally. And it's 5-2 Wenatchee. Matt Wisen.
Yeah, fantastic turn. Lovely strike. Nothing you're going to do about that as a keeper. Quicker ball in. Perfect job of recognizing who's got the hot foot.
Collier, shot across. Somebody on the top of the box. The shot! Oh my goodness! What a strike that time! What a strike by the time. It looked like Goodell. Shelian past one, trying to shake off two. Now marked by three. My goodness. Starts to turn back. The shot! Oh my goodness! Oh my word! Everything is coming up roses for these Wenatchee Panthers. And there's the whistle that tells us that this very entertaining game has come to an end with the final score. Wenatchee 7, Moses Lake 2.
Other scores from the pitch over the weekend, courtesy of our friends at Les Schwab. Eastmont pulled out a victory Friday. They beat West Valley 2-1. Let's see, on Saturday, again, from our friends at Les Schwab, afraid to beat Prosser 6-2. Okanagan blanked Omak 7-0. Highland at top Chelan 1-0. Cascade, undefeated, beat Zilla 6-1. There were 8 baseball games to report on Friday from the area. Davis swept Eastmont. Wenatchee took 2 from Eisenhower. It was also Meridian over Cascade. Montesano set out Quincy in a doubleheader action Saturday. Sela sweeping Ephrata. Montesano doubled up on Cascade. Liberty Bell bounced Cashmere twice. Omak took care of Bridgeport. Waterville Mansfield split their doubleheader with Moses Lake Christian. They lost the opener and won the nightcap. Limited softball schedule. Of course, it was spring break last week. On Friday, Mount Baker swept a twin bill from Cascade. Noosac Valley beat Quincy by 3 touchdowns. Blaine bounced the Jackrabbits 19-3. On Saturday, Sela swept Ephrata. Let's see, Liberty Bell beat Cashmere's junior varsity. And we have a busy week here on the NCAA Live channel. Man, it's going to be crazy. Storm and Joel Norman will have the call. We'll be at Dan White Field as Eastmont hosts Wenatchee and Big 9 Baseball live on Facebook at 4 o'clock. We'll have it on TV for you at 6:30. That's Tuesday. Then the two teams will shift to Historic Recreation Park on Friday for a doubleheader beginning at 4 o'clock. Once again, Storm and Joel Norman with the call here on the NCAA Live channel. Then Saturday night, we'll be at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval for the opening race of the season. The Johnson Electric Bump to Pass cars, the Rockstar Energy B-Mods, the Plum Perfect Road Runners. Also, there's going to be a fireworks show. Fun night, and we will take to the air at 6 o'clock on TV and on Facebook on Saturday night. And those are just some of the games that people are playing. On this 11th day of April, I had 5 obscure holidays to choose from. Now, remember, it's the obscure holiday. And if you're on social media at all, you know that today is going to be National Pet Day, so we're not going to do that one because it's not really obscure. Barbershop Quartet Day. It's National Submarine Day. It's National Cheese Fondue Day. But no, today we honor the late lamented 8-track. Yes, it's National 8-Track Tape Day today. Anybody younger than 40 probably has no idea what it is that I'm talking about. But it was the portable music source from the time they were introduced to the public in the mid-1960s until about 1980 or so, and then they kind of just, the cassette sort of took over. The whole idea behind the 8-track was you can listen to your own music in your car. The big automobile manufacturers were in on this from the get-go. In fact, it was an interesting partnership. The Learjet Corporation, William P. Lear began it, and then they got together with Ampex, who made the tapes themselves, Ford and GM. Motorola made the players, and RCA. So they all got together, and that way, beginning in 1965, all 3 of the major auto companies, Chrysler, GM, and Ford, were offering 8-track players as options in their cars, and by the early 1970s, pretty much every car had an 8-track in it. The last album to be commercially released on 8-track tape, Fleetwood Mac's Greatest Hits in 1988. And by the way, you can get any 7 records or tapes for just a penny. That was a scam, that was. Happy 8-track day today. I don't have any more. That's one music format that will not be coming back. It's the bottom of the hour today in history. 333 years ago, April 11th, 1689, William and Mary, William II and Mary III, are crowned joint sovereigns of Great Britain. They ran it together, which worked out pretty good because Bill went off and fought a bunch of wars, and Mary stayed at home and took care of things, and apparently she was pretty good at it. By the way, yes, they were married, and they were cousins. It's the way it was 333 years ago today. Happy birthday to the Elks. The Benevolent and Protective Order of the Elks was organized on this date, April 11th, 1876. They began as a social club in New York City, a private club, so they could get around New York City's liquor laws. In New York City, in 1876, they had limited hours of when taverns and bars could be opened and closed, but it wasn't applicable to private clubs. And so they opened up the Elks so they could go drinking after hours, I suppose. Membership of the Elks was restricted to whites only until 1973. The Elks used to be huge. At their peak in 1976, there were about 1,700,000 Elks members in 2,200 lodges in 1976. Today, I looked it up on Friday, there are about 850,000 left, and there are only about 1,500 lodges. Of course, the Elks Lodge just down the street from us has been out of business for years. The building's still there. The Elks themselves kind of just faded away. Anyway, the Elks. Boy, this was controversy 71 years ago. Now, of course, all historians agree this was the smart move. I mean, Doug MacArthur was trying to mix it up with communist China a little bit more than Harry Truman was comfortable with. He wanted to go ahead and invade Red China and let's get going. And Harry Truman said, no, we want to keep it right on the Korean Peninsula. They kept going at it. And finally, on this date, April 11th, 1951, President Harry Truman fires General Douglas MacArthur of the overall command of Korea. The conservative Republicans went crazy. They threatened to impeach Truman. Truman said, in the end, historians will prove me right. And in the end, he was right. MacArthur got the axe 71 years ago today. And happy birthday to Apple. There it is. Steve Wozniak built that thing on April 11th, 1976, 46 years ago. The very first Apple computer, designed and hand-built by Steve Wozniak. Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs had no money, none. So Steve Wozniak sold his HP 65 calculator, which was state-of-the-art in 1976. He sold that for $500. Steve Jobs sold his VW microbus. And together they raised enough money to buy the parts to build the computer, and there it is. The very first Apple computer. Birthdays at 32 minutes after the hour. Charles Evans Hughes, considered by many to be one of the greatest secretaries of state this country ever had. He was the 44th United States Secretary of State. He was born in the state in 1862. He was also the governor of New York. He was an associate justice of the Supreme Court. He left the Supreme Court to run for president. They don't do that anymore. Yeah, he got the GOP nod in 1916, so he left the bench, left the Supreme Court, ran against Woodrow Wilson, lost, eventually went back on the Supreme Court as its Chief Justice. Charles Evans Hughes, born in the state in 1862. Happy 94th birthday to Ethel Kennedy, the humanitarian. Of course, she and her late husband Bobby had 11 children, including the youngest, who was born after Bobby Kennedy was assassinated, Ethel Kennedy, 94. Happy birthday to my brother Eric, by the way. It's his birthday today. He knows how old he is. We'll leave it at that. 33 minutes after the hour, going to take a break. Got an opinion from Mike Mad Dog McNaughty. Then we're going to replay the interview I did on Friday with Alan Walker, the executive director of the Chelan Douglas Community Action Council. Good stuff from Alan coming up. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Are you caught in a conflict with a family member, in the workplace, or with a neighbor or business? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on topics like conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us at 509-888-0957 or www.wvdrc.org to learn more.
Did you know that nearly 50% of pet poisoning cases involve human medications and prescription drugs? Sometimes the culprit's a curious dog, but cats get into their share of trouble as well. Other times, pet owners mistakenly give their pets their own medications that are safe to people but toxic to their pets. Dr. Shauna Baez and her staff care about your pets. Go to pawsandclawsvh.com for a complete list of medications to avoid or call 888-PAWS.
Are you ready to freshen up your home? Boswell's expansive two-story showroom is filled with high-quality furniture that's always discounted to give you their best price every day. Boswell's is receiving new furniture deliveries each week, so you'll be sure to find just what you need for your home without the wait. Complimentary design assistance and free local delivery. Superior customer service and the best value for your money. Start at Boswell's on Easy Street. It's closer than you think.
Getting ready for the boating season is easy with the help of Bob File Boats and Motors. Now's the time of year to upgrade your boat from a new motor, a bow mount, installing a state-of-the-art GPS fish finder, or just fixing your trailer lights. Make your appointment today. With marine technology changing fast, the service department stays up to date with the newest developments and factory certifications. Spend more time on the water and less time at the shore. Get ready for summer fun now at Bob File Boats and Motors.
Are you frustrated because you feel like you aren't getting the internet speeds you pay for? One of the most common ways to test your internet connection is called a speed test. These are free and easily located on the internet and can tell you how fast your internet is. However, for certain reasons, these tests may not always be accurate. A speed test shows you how fast a file can be downloaded to the computer you're running the test on. However, there are many things that can affect the speed of that download besides the speed of the internet going into your home. A few of the things that can affect your internet speed are poor Wi-Fi signal, other wireless signals interfering with the wireless signals coming from your router, other devices in your home draining your bandwidth, your computer or phone running apps programs in the background that you aren't aware of, slowing your entire device. Any of these things can slow down your internet. Your internet is like water flowing down a pipe. There's a big pipe bringing internet to your local area, and a smaller pipe coming off of that bringing internet to your home address. Your router is just another pipe that brings the internet inside your house, and every device inside your home is like a pipe connected to the router. Just like with water, if any of those pipes along the way are too small for the amount of internet that needs to flow through for a family, the flow for everything down the line will be much slower. It's a lot like trying to push all the water going into your house through a small straw. Also, again, just like with water, if everyone in your home is using the internet at once, any individual device may not be able to receive the full flow of the internet. It's like your whole family trying to drink out of that small straw all at once. If you're struggling with internet that is slower than expected, make sure that all of the devices that your internet flows through are working correctly, and check all devices in your home for background programs that may be using the internet. If everything still appears to be working correctly, contact us and we'll be able to help.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, right-wing Christians in this country can support Trump all they want. You know, I know many evangelicals support Trump for reasons involving abortion, their view of the Constitution, etc., etc. Okay, that's fine if you want to, but please stop holding Trump up as if he's some sort of paragon of virtue. He's not, and it doesn't appear that he ever has been. Now, how God feels about Trump is between him and the big guy.
I have great relationship with God.
And you can support him all you want, but please don't hold him up as God's man of the hour. This is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty.
Very nice words, but happens to be wrong.
And that's my opinion.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chair on the other side. You can lift this up. Time warranty.
I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think there's something the matter with him.
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived.
Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious?
No, he's not. He's not.
Okay, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station. We provide the latest news from around North Central Washington weeknights at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock with Grant Olson. If it's happening in your neighborhood, we have you covered with a staff of reporters who are always on call. Grant will also keep you up to date on the latest weather, and Eric Grandstrom covers sports. It's all on your local TV station, the NCW Life Channel.
It's going on 4 decades of doing business in the Wenatchee Valley. And I want people to know that it matters. It matters to me that people choose to do business with us. It matters that people trust us, trust us. That matters more than anything.
The 2022 Grant County Fair is excited to announce country supergroup Lone Star. They'll be playing at the fairgrounds Thursday, August 18th. Friday, August 19th, it's Cameron Marlowe. And on Wednesday, August 17th, it's the tribute bands Jukebox Heroes, Barracuda, and Stone in Love. 3 of the premier tribute bands on the West Coast. VIP tickets go on sale March 11th. The Grant County Fair, August 16th through the 20th. And we are back here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. The topic today is the Chelan Douglas Community Action Council. Empty Bowls is returning this month and then again in May. We'll get into some of the gist and the details of that here in just a couple of minutes. The executive director of the Chelan Douglas Community Action Council is our good friend Alan Walker, and we are here in the warehouse on the north side of town, not far from Denny's. We thought, why don't we check out where you keep a lot of stuff.
See where we keep everything. Yes, absolutely. So great to have you here today and promote the Empty Bowls events coming up and share folks a little bit about the inner workings of the warehouse as well.
The Chelan Douglas Community Action Council, how's business? And I'm assuming it's booming.
Business is booming, yes. Unfortunately, I guess would be the caveat to that, but things are going very well. We have the rental assistance program that we've been operating now for about 2 years. Of course, our energy assistance, we've been doing that for decades. But really the rental assistance program has been a huge need, and it's been a little niche, I guess, if you will, that we've been able to support folks here and really support the property owners and the landlords and the people that are renting. When folks come in for assistance, when they qualify, the check goes directly to the landlord, and so hopefully helping them pay their mortgage and their ongoing expenses as well.
There was a lot of red tape when this was first launched, and I believe it was last fall. They kind of made it a little bit easier for everybody to get involved in this rent assistance program?
Yes, they did. Around about September, October, some of the requirements and tracking were loosened just a little bit, which made it easier. Still a lot of accountability, of course, associated with the funding, and we do everything we can to prevent fraud. And we've had instances where we're going, this doesn't sound quite right, and you dig a little bit deeper, and lo and behold, it isn't. But 99.9% of it, folks are just needing a little help.
You're up to 35 staffers at Chelan Douglas Community Action Council, which is twice what it was pre-COVID, right?
That is right.
Is this going to be? Is this a permanent thing, or is there going to be a return to normalcy, or is this the new normal for your organization?
Good question. A lot of that additional staff has been associated with the food warehouse, and we'll talk about that a little bit. So, we've gone from 2 full-time people in the food warehouse to 6 or 7, and really where it needs to be. You start moving 50 to 60,000 pounds of food a week, and you need more bodies than 2. It just takes that. So we hope that, for the benefit of our employees and our staff, we hope to keep and maintain this employment level. The rental assistance could continue on for quite some time. There is some new legislation at the state level that looks like it's going to be providing some additional support. So we don't see it necessarily decreasing for the most part.
We're here in the warehouse on North Miller, which is full of food. I guess the question is, where does all this food come from and where is it going?
Yes, so we receive shipments every week out of Seattle area, Redmond, and also out of Spokane. A lot of that is government commodities, food that is being purchased from farmers across the country. And then we also do a grocery rescue every day throughout Chelan, or throughout Wenatchee and East Wenatchee grocery stores, and gathering up primarily produce and baked goods that they need to get out the door a little quicker than what it's going off the shelves in the store. So we gather those items on a daily basis and then turn around and distribute those the following day. We support 22 different food pantries, meal sites, senior housing facilities throughout Chelan and Douglas County. So, all the way up to Mansfield and Chelan and all points in between.
How do you know where the need is and how the food gets there? How does that work?
How does that work? So every food pantry is its own little nonprofit, and then we gather all the food and we deliver it to them. So we rely, primarily it's all volunteer driven at the food pantry level, so we rely on their volunteers to help us gauge their need. How many people do you expect? And once we know the number of people they expect on any given day, then our crew is able to coordinate and pull things together based on number of bodies.
Which leads us to Empty Bowls, which is back. This is the 10th annual Empty Bowls, so it's been going on for a decade. Big fundraiser for you. The money that you guys, that your funny just doesn't come out of the air. It's got to come from someplace, and this is where our viewers and the folks in North Central Washington come in. Empty Bowls is back.
Empty Bowls is back. We're glad to be back in in person. Yes. Glad to be back in person this coming Friday, the 15th. I guess I should say a week from this Friday. April 15th is the first day. We'll be back down at Pybus Market in the afternoon from 4 to 7, roughly, I think is the time. Let me check my
at the local Tel Event Center.
At the local Tel, 3 to 7.
Okay.
3 to 7 at the local Tel Event Center, Friday, April 15th, and then again the following month on Friday, May 13th. And we're excited to be back and bringing people together.
For those who don't know what Empty Bowls is all about, it's a chance for you to not only raise money for Ellen's organization, but be creative and have fun. Give us Empty Bowls 101.
Empty Bowls 101. You get a plain slate ceramic bowl. And the paints and the brushes and tools to decorate it any way you want to. We have samples out. People want an idea. We have some true artists that come in. We have one gentleman that's been coming, and he'll purchase 2 or 3 bowls and paint the presidents. He's going through all the presidents of our great country, and he's painting those on the bottom of the bowl, and then of course they get glazed and fired, and he has a collection now that he's painted of the presidents in his home. So yeah.
And other people get really creative with it.
People get really creative, and I do as well. I got really creative here just a year or two ago, and I painted it all black, and then I put the bottom of the bowl white, and it was the moonrise. It was phenomenal.
Don't give up your day job.
It was phenomenal, yes,
my friend. Well, as you look at the photos that Alan sent us of previous Empty Bowls projects, you notice a lot of people are having fun, having a good time with it.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of fun, and all ages. We get little tiny kids and people older than you and I as well. It's hard to believe, but there are folks like that. So it is. It's for all ages. It's for families to come out. Oftentimes, mom and dad will bringing the kids in, and even grandmother coming in, and my mom has done it as well. So.
And it's called Empty Bowls. It's kind of an idiom, kind of a metaphor. It's the reason that they're painting bowls, and it's called the Empty Bowls event.
It really is. It's a reminder that too many households have an empty bowl at the dinner table. And so it's a reminder that we're here to support our neighbors and with nutritional needs, and this is a way for us to do that.
What's next for the Chelan Douglas Community Action Council? I hate to say it, the need is always going to be here, but are we in some kind of a vicious cycle that seems to be getting bigger and bigger when it comes to the folks who do what you do so well?
It seems like it. We thought, through the COVID, through the last 24, 25 months of the pandemic, that things would kind of settle down once we return to normal, whatever that normal is. We're not seeing that. We're not seeing it through our food distribution. We're not seeing it with rental assistance or energy assistance or the needs for literacy or financial education. The needs just continue to grow. And part of it may be, I think, is there's certainly been an increase in awareness. I think for a long time, even though we've been a part of the community for coming on to 57 years, we were kind of a secret to a lot of people, and they didn't realize that there was a place to turn for help. And now people know that we're here, and we'll do whatever we can.
Outside of the Empty Bowls Project, what can people do who don't need the services of the Chelan Douglas Community Action Council, but they still want to help out?
Yeah.
Do you take volunteers for projects and things? How do people give you guys a helping hand?
Absolutely. We take volunteers. In fact, we just did a little summation of our volunteers. I think we currently have about 272 volunteers on our roster, so to speak. So we utilize volunteers tremendously to support the food operation. There's also the Green Bag Program. And we provide you with a green shopping bag, and every other month we collect that from you. And when you go to the grocery store, you pick up an extra bottle of ketchup or a can of soup, and you put it in that bag, and that goes out to our families in need. And it's always interesting, we get things that we don't normally get. Condiments is one of the big requests. We don't get condiments. We don't get jars of pickles or mustard or mayonnaise or those type of things. So condiments is one of those things that when people say, well, what could I put in my green bag? And condiments, salad dressing, things that you use every day as well.
We need to do a couple of shout outs. When you think about utility companies, you think they're big and they're faceless and they take your money for something that you have to have.
Yeah.
Cascade Natural Gas doesn't have anything to do with this, so they don't want to, but they said, no, we're in.
Yeah, they're in. That. Yeah, Cascade Natural Gas, their Washington Energy Assistance Fund is our primary sponsor for the Empty Bowls event. We don't have a huge natural gas service in our area here, but they're one of our partners. We work with them on a regular basis. And they said, hey, we like this idea. We want to support the community that we provide services to as well. And so they're our primary sponsor for the Empty Bowls.
Good for them.
Yes, it is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some money, that an organization that people don't necessarily think of right off the bat when they think, oh, wow, so-and-so is sponsoring. Well, of course they're sponsoring, but Cascade Natural Gas. Yes.
Good for them.
Yes.
Let's wrap this up, Alan. What's a good day for Alan Walker and the Chelan Douglas Community Action Council?
Oh man, Dan, every day's a great day.
Is it?
It is.
You're not just saying that.
I am not saying that. You can ask the staff. They'll say the same thing. I get there before anybody else just because I want to be there when somebody walks in the door, and just to kick off their day with a smile and welcome to the office type of a approach. And so it is. I love what I'm doing. I love being a part of this community, and every day's a great day.
And it's about giving people just a little helping hand. It's not a permanent thing. It's like I need a little help now and again.
Yeah.
That's what you're there for.
Yes.
And hopefully send them on the way to self-sustainability, I guess.
Absolutely. And that's our end of the day. That's our objective with everybody that walks in the door.
Let's recap again. Empty Bowls at the local Event Center at the Pybus Public Market, Friday the 15th of April, and then Friday the 13th of May. Everything that you need is on the website that Alan will give you right now.
www, of course, cdcac.org. So Chelan Douglas Community Action Council.
Alan, it's great to see you. And don't forget, reserve your bowl and get creative and start thinking about it.
$15 donation is all it is.
Alan, it's good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you as well.
And you're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
I'm Dr. Wayne Latimer. I'm a chiropractic physician. I have postgraduate certifications in both whiplash, trauma and rehab, as well as sports medicine. The location is great. The light and the visibility, the 17-foot ceilings are fantastic. You can go into a lot of clinics, and it's very clinical. People really like the spa environment, so my whole premise was take a spa environment, add the very serious rehab, and give people an enjoyable way to get better over time.
I'm here at the Discovery Center at Rocky Reach Dam, where there's a ton of cool stuff to do. You can learn how the dam harnesses the power of the Columbia, walk inside a Native American Tule Lodge, and steer clear of disaster on the Rock Island Rapids. You can check out the new fish viewing space and even stare a salmon right in the eye. Explore all this and more at Chelan County PUD's brand new Discovery Center at Rocky Reach Dam, now open year-round.
Arctic Refrigeration and Heating has been providing heating and cooling services in our valley since 1984. Arctic offers a variety of refrigeration and heating services, proudly now selling Bryant Systems. Heating and air conditioning for your home or business. Commercial refrigeration service for your coolers, freezers, and prep tables. And now, full service on gas fireplaces for your home or business. Whatever it takes, Arctic Refrigeration and Heating, the temperature experts.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
Watch Vibrant Living, brought to you by the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center. Find out about programs and activities for ages 50 and over, and meet amazing seniors who contribute to our community. New episodes Sundays at 1:30 p.m., replayed throughout the week on the NCW Life channel. Get your body moving. Tune in for Vibrant Motion, featuring low-impact aerobics hosted by Connie Townsend. These workouts are great for all ages. Vibrant Motion, brought to you by the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center, weekdays on the NCW Life channel.
And welcome back to the this Monday, February 11th. This weather is just crazy, and we're going to get to the details in just a couple minutes. Once again, I want to remind you, traffic getting from the Wenatchee Valley to Chelan is going to be somewhat problematic this week. They're going to start the slope stabilization project just south of Aniat, about 4 miles south of Aniat. They're going to do the prep work this week, and then the project itself begins in earnest next Monday. So on 97A between Wenatchee and Aniat, you're going to find 20-minute delays, up to 20-minute delays with flagger control traffic all this week as they get ready for the big project that begins next week. And also up by the BB Bridge, they're they're installing a bridge containment system. I don't know what that is, but apparently it's important enough. So just south of the BB Bridge, just on the Douglas County side, you're going to find delays there, flagger control traffic alternating back and forth, and delays of up to 20 minutes all this week on the BB Bridge. So I wanted to let you know about that. How about this weather, huh? Spring snow. Can you believe this? It continues to snow on Stevens Pass. It continues to snow hard on Blewett Pass. Blewett Pass still has a chain requirement. We've had a lot of reports of semis who are being caught by surprise. Traction tires are advised right now. It is snowing and blowing on Stevens Pass. I-90's okay just to get there, but we have a chance of light snow in the wee small hours of the morning here in Wenatchee pretty much all week. Now, about 20 to 30% chance of precipitation, but if it comes down, it's going to come down in the form of light snow. Whew. And guess what? It's going to be really cold. All of our, well, that's somebody apparently holding up a grocery store in Moses Lake last week. It's also going to be really cold. We're talking temperatures below freezing in the Wenatchee Valley all this week. And by the way, this cold upper level weather system is going to be with us, they tell us, for at least 10 days of well below normal temperatures, with a chance of precipitation all this week. In fact, from the National Weather Service, take a look at what we're looking at. Now, again, our normal afternoon high for this time of the year is 60, and our normal overnight low is 40. Our high temperature is going to be closer to low than high. Look at that. 46 is all we're going to get to today. We get the clouds, we get some light rain in the Wenatchee Valley, snow in the foothills, and wind. We get the whole thing today. 29 for the overnight low, with light snow possible at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. Only 43 with clouds and a little bit of rain on Tuesday. 44, 42, 47. Cold temperatures. We're not going to be anywhere near our normals, and these overnight lows could be record-breaking overnight lows this week. Get ready for cold, unsettled weather. And that's it for us. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.